ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवत् व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। द्वितीय मुण्डकस्य द्वितीय खण्डः तृतीय मंत्रः। धनुर्गृहीत्वोपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
धनुर्गृहीत्वोपनिषदं महास्त्रम्
शरं ह्युपासा निशितं सन्धयीत
शरं ह्युपासा निशितं सन्धयीत
आयं यतद्भावगतेन चेतसा लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्यविद्धि।
लक्ष्यं तदेवाक्षरं सौम्यविद्धि।
प्रणवो धनुष्यरो ह्यात्मा ब्रह्मतल्लक्ष्यमुच्यते। अप्रमत्तेन वेद्धव्यम् शरवत्तन्मयो भवेत्। third mantra and fourth mantra together. The meaning is, we have seen the Vibhashyam of the third mantra. The fourth mantra we have to see. The meaning of the third and the fourth mantra together. Upanishadam mahastram dhanahu gritva sandagita. And Sharam, which is Upasanaya Nishitam. Sharam hi Upasa Nishitam. Ye Somya Viddhi. Ayamya Chetasa. The mind which is Ayamya withdrawn, Ayamya Chetasa, Tadbhavagatena. Yat Lakshyam, Aksharam, Tat Viddhi. May you hit the target. May you know. Hitting the target is knowing the target. Withdrawing the mind. The mind, Tadbhavam, Brahmabhavam, Brahmani, Avastitam. With the mind withdrawn, absorbed in Brahma, may you hit the target. Iti. Au Upanishadam Mahastram Dhanuhu Grihitva. That Mahastram is Dhanuhu Mahastram is Upanishadam. Upanishadsu Bhavam Upanishadam, that is Onkaraha. That is said in the next mantra. Sharam, which is Jivatma. It is Atma. Can be Jivatma or Antakaranam of the Jivatma. Because Brahma can be known only through the mind. What mind? Samskrita Manasa. In Manasana Manute, Yato Vacho Nivartante Aprapya Manasa Saha. Naiva Vacha na Manasa Praptam Shakyaha na Chaktusha iti. Kato Upanishad, all other Upanishads, we have seen that through mind it cannot be known. Then what mind is Sharam, Jivatma, otherwise Antakaranam? The mind which is a refined mind. The mind which is Samskrita Manasa. Through the mind only can be known. Manasa na veditavyaha means other yato vacho nivartante. There aprapya manasa saka. There manasa cannot be known. It means asamskrita manasa. Asamskrita manasa na jnatum shakyate. Samskrita manasa jnatum shakyate. Only by the mind can be known. Why? Because the problem is ajnana. Ignorance. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of the Vastu, Brahma. Ignorance also knowledge. Ignorance also is knowledge. It's wrong knowledge. To remove the wrong knowledge, what you need is right knowledge. It's not only wrong knowledge, it is opposite knowledge. Opposite to what the reality is. So, being the knowledge and that the wrong knowledge, to remove the wrong knowledge, what you need is right knowledge. Where the knowledge can happen? It can happen only in the buddhi, in the antakaranam, in the mind only. It cannot happen in the body, sula shariram. It cannot happen in the karna shariram, which is avidya itself. Therefore, knowledge only removes ajnanam, right knowledge removes wrong knowledge. Therefore, it has to happen only in the mind. Therefore, mind alone, through mind alone, it is accomplished. But what mind does is, doesn't produce the Pramanam doesn't produce any new knowledge. The knowledge which is already there, the knowledge which already is, that is the Adhishtanam, that it is wrongly perceived. That which is wrongly understood. Therefore, only the mind, with the mind only, right knowledge, with the right knowledge only, this wrong knowledge can be removed. Therefore, mind is required. But the mind, if it is not refined, the mind is already loaded with a lot of preconceptions, pre-opinions. The mind is already loaded with all the dosha, defects, raga, dvesha. Then the mind, the vastu, the Brahma cannot be known. Atma cannot be known. Therefore, only sharam hi upasa nishitam. The mind which is refined, which is sharpened. Sharpened means prepared, ready to hit. Karma yogena chitta shuddhi, upasanaya chitta ischalyam. So that mind which is ready, that is why there so much emphasis on sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. The mind is sharpened means the pramata is ready. The pramata, the knower, is free from dosha. Otherwise, prameya cannot be known. Even though in pramana there is no dosha. In prameya, that is in atma, there is no dosha. If at all dosha is there, that is only with the pramata. So, because of the dosha in pramata, if the pramata doesn't know, not able to know the atma, then the pramata should not say that atma doesn't exist. That should not say atma doesn't exist, and he cannot dismiss the pramana. That is why we say Shraddha is required. Guru Vakyeshu Shastreshu Shraddha. So when Shraddha is there, one cannot dismiss the Pramanam, one cannot dismiss the Prameya. One has to accept the problem with oneself. Therefore, only Karma Yoga, as said in Gita, different types of yajna and upasanas are prescribed. Upasana and Karma Yoga is indispensable for a sadhaka. One cannot bypass. Upasana also important. Along with the study of Shastram, Shravana, Manana, Nidityasanam, one has to continue to prepare oneself through the performance of karma and upasana, which is in the form of either puja, dhyanam, ityadi, meditation. These are important. All goes hand in hand. And of course, finally, the jnanam, through jnanena eva moksha. There is no doubt about that. Therefore, here, sharam vipasa nishitam saddagita, that refers to antakaranam, which is sharpened. The next mantra, the third mantra, what is Danuhu and all, it's not given. Drishtanta is given. What about Darshtanta? Illustration, illustrated. Illustrated should be given, that is given in the fourth mantra. Pranavaha Dhanuhu. Pranava. Dhanuhu, Pranavaha Dhanuhu. Dhanu, the bow, is the arrow. Sharaha I Atma. Atma, as I said, Jivatma or Antakaranam of the Jivatma. Anything can be taken. Antakaranam, when we say it is Jivatma only, what Atma can it be? Can it be Paramatma? If it is Paramatma, Paramatma is all knowing. Paramatma, who has the Antakaranam, that Antakaranam is not like the Antakaranam of the Vyashti Jiva. It is all knowing. Because he has got the Maya Upadi, therefore he is Sarvajnaha Sarvavit. Yes, Sarvajna Sarvavit. Yes, Jnanamayan Tapaha. We have seen the mantra in the first Mundaka, first section. Ishvara is Sarvajnaha, not only Sarvajna, he is Sarvavit. Sarvam Janati, Sarvajnaha. Sarvam Veti, it is Sarvavit. He has got particular knowledge also. Every particular knowledge. That is why Ishvara. Yes, he is Sarvajna. He knows that it is Atma. Atma is only reality. And also he knows that Sarvavit. Everything he knows in particular. In general, he knows. In particular, he knows. Sarvavit, Ishvaraha. So therefore, his Antakaranam is not like the Antakaranam of Jiva. Jivatmanaha antakaranam can be, not can be, it is with avidya. Whereas Paramatmanaha antakaranam, there is no avidya, no question of avidya. Therefore, Atma here can be not Paramatma, it can be only Jivatma. The word Atma, as I told before, is used in many meanings. It can be reflexive pronoun, it means oneself. It can be Paramatma, it can be Jivatma, or it can mean mind. The Antakaranam also can be sometimes it can mean Buddhi or it can mean Manaha. So depending on the context, we have to take the meaning of the word Atma. Here Atma can be Jivatma or otherwise Antakaranam. So Sharaha, because Upasa Nishitam is there, sharpened by the Upasana, therefore it has to be Antakaranam of the Jivatma. So Sharaha, Atma, Jivatma or Antakaranam, that is the arrow. What is the Lakshyam? What is the target? Brahma Tat Lakshyam Ukshate, Tat Lakshyam Torli. Yes, in Torli. Tat Lakshyam, Tat Lakshyam Brahma Uchate. Brahma is the target. Apramathena Vedhavyam. Apramatta. Apramathena. That is without any pramada, apramatta, without any distraction. Apramathena, without any negligence. Here, what negligence would be? That is, can take it as without distraction, no vikshepa. Must be focused, must be alert. A sadhaka must be alert because there are so many things which can carry away a person from the spiritual pursuit. There are so many things. If the person has raga dvesha, and if the situation triggers, the person may get carried away by the world. Therefore, apramattena, one has to be completely committed to the pursuit of jnanam. So therefore, apramattena, it's very important. One has to be alert. Alertness. That's why they say there is no holiday in spiritual life. All the time one has to be alert. Even though a person deals with the people in the Vyavahara, but one has to be all the time alert. All the time one has to remember the Shastram, remember what the Shastram says, what the Swarupa of oneself, so that one is not carried away. All the time one has to keep remembering the teaching of the Shastra at the back of the mind. We're knowing very well this is mithya. This samsara is mithya. Anything you want to accomplish in the samsara is mithya. Wanting to become something is mithya. Wanting to be acceptable is mithya. Wanting to seek approval from others, that is mithya jnana. That is not real. The truth of oneself is not known. That is why one is after seeking approval, seeking recognition, wanting to become something because one is not happy with oneself, what is now. So therefore, mithya, that is not true. That is not true. What is true is, Shastra reveals this Atma is Nityaha, Shuddhaha, Mukta Swabhavaha, Purnaha, without any Adoshaha Atma, that is myself. So therefore, that is the Swarupa of myself. Therefore, one has to constantly remember the Swarupa of oneself. Otherwise, one may take oneself to be, because of the previous habitual orientation, one may take oneself to be the limited being and the Sharira Vimana. The Sharira Vimana, because of the previous orientation, one may be overpowered by the Sharira Vimana. And therefore, all the other doshas will creep in. Therefore, one has to be alert all the time. Alertness is the key, is a key to spiritual pursuit. Therefore, apramatya. That's why apramatya, the word is important. Without distraction, being alert, vedhavyam should be hit, should be known. Sharavat tanmayo bhavet. Sharavat, like the sharab, which when it is shot by the bow, it hits the target and becomes one with the target, pierces the target. Piercing the target, it merges with the target. Similarly, Jivatma should become one with Paramatma. Tat Mayaha, Tat referring to Paramatma, Brahma, Tanmayaha Bhavet. But here there is no becoming one. Already one. Already it is one only. Advaitam is Siddha Vishaya. Therefore, Tanmayaha Bhavet Aikyam. Here, Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam, not in terms of the physical oneness, it is understanding that to be one always. That aham jivatma paramatmanaha na binnaha iti jnanam, that samyak jnanam, that is tanmayaha, that aikya jnanam. That aikya jnanam is tanmayaha bhavet iti. Up to this we have seen. Now we will continue with the Bhashyam. Pranavaha omkaraha dhanuhu.
प्रणवः
प्रणवः
ओङ्कारः
ओङ्कारः
धनुः
यथा ईश्वासनम्
यथा
विश्वासनं
लक्ष्ये शरस्य प्रवेशकारणम्
लक्ष्ये
शरस्य
शरस्य
प्रवेशकारणं
तथा आत्मशरस्य
तथा
आत्मशरस्य
आत्मशरस्य
अक्षरे लक्ष्ये
अक्षरे
लक्ष्ये
लक्ष्ये
प्रवेशकारणम् ओङ्कारः.
प्रवेशकारणम्
प्रवेशकारणम्
ओङ्कारः.
ओङ्कारः.
So pranavaha omkaraha. Pranava, that which is omkara. We have seen pranavaha stuyate nuyate iti pranavaha. Atmava ishtadevata. Pranavaha omkaraha. That is the shabda pratika. It is compared to dhanuhu. Omkara is compared to dhanuhu, bow. So upamana is dhanuhu, upameya is omkaraha, pranavaha. Because there is some similarity, therefore it is compared. Upamana, upameya, sambandha can be there only when there is similarity. Suppose if we say Devadatta is like a pumpkin. Devadatta is like a pumpkin. It means pumpkin is fat. Devadatta also fat. It's not that Devadatta is pumpkin. The fatness or guna is there. That's a link. Therefore, Devadatta is, we say, he is like a pumpkin. Or Devadatta is like a drumstick, we say. Drumstick is very thin. So Devadatta is very thin, very lean, like a drumstick. So that Upamana Upameya, the comparison is because it's through the thinness, the leanness. So therefore, and Bhima, if you say, Vrikodaraha, Bhima is like a Vrikodara. It's like a wolf, means he's like a wolf. He eats. So that is the similarity. Therefore, the comparison. Vrikodaraha Bhimaha. So here, similarity between Pranavaha and Dhanuhu. What is the similarity? We saw Dhanuhu, that is Ishwasanam, the seat of the arrow. So Dhanuhu is the one which connects the arrow, that is Sharaha, and the Lakshya. Dhanuhu is the sadhanam is the means by which the Sharaha, the Atma, Sharaha, the arrow, and the target, whatever may be the target, it is connected. Similarly, Omkaraha is the sadhanam, is the means by which the Jivatma Sharaha, the Jivatma is connected with the Paramatma Lakshya. Therefore, Omkara is called Dhanuhu, Pranavaha Dhanuhu iti. Yata Ishvasanam, Ishoho Asanam Ishvasanam, the seat of the arrow. What is that? Dhanuhu Ishvasanam means bow, Ishvasanam. Yata Ishvasanam. Lakshe Sharasya Pravesha Karanam. Ishvasanam Pravesha Karanam Bhavati. Kasya Sharasya. That is, bow is the cause for entry into the Lakshya. Lakshya is the target. Lakshye. O Ishvasanam, Yata Ishvasanam, Yatha Dhanuhu. Ishvasanam is Dhanuhu. Yatha Dhanuhu. Sharasya Pravesha Karanam Bhavati. Lakshye Sharasya Pravesha Karanam Bhavati. As the Dhanuhu becomes the Karanam, what Karanam? Entry Karanam, Praveshasya Karanam. As Dhanuhu is the Karanam for the entry of the Shara into the Lakshya, Tata Atma Sharasya, that is Jivatma, Rantakarana, Sharasya, which is compared to Shara. Therefore, Atma Sharasya, Lakshya Pravesha Karanam. What is the Lakshya? Akshara. Akshare Lakshye. Akshara, which is a Lakshya, Pravesha Karanam, the cause of entry into the Lakshya, Atma Sharasya. What is that? Omkaraha. So Bhashakara clearly gives Upamana Upameya. Yatha Dhanuhu Sharasya Pravesha Karanam Bhavati. Tata Atma Pravesha Atma Sharasya Pravesha Karanam Bhavati Omkaraha. And the Lakshya is Akshara Brahma. Akshare Brahmani Yatha Akshare Brahmani Pravesha Karanam Bhavati Omkaraha Yatha Ishvasanam Sharasya Pravesha Karanam Bhavati Lakshya iti. So that therefore only that is Upamana Upameya Sambandha. Can be compared. Otherwise, where is the comparison? Next line. Pranavena hi
Pranavena hi
Abhyasymanena
Abhyasymanena
Samskriyamanaha
Samskriyamanaha
Tadalambanaha
Tadalambanaha
Apratibandena Akshare Avatishtate.
Apratibandhena
Akshare
Avatishtate.
It should be Avatishtate, why Avatishtate? It is Avatishtate. Stadatu with our Upasarga will become Atmanipadi. Avatishtate. Pranavena hi Abhyasyamanena Samskriyamanaha Tadalambanaha Apratibandena Akshare Avatishtate. Omkara, which is inquired upon. For what purpose? Omkara Vichara is done. For what purpose? To know the Swarupa of Brahma, which is myself. Omkara as the Omkara Vichara, not Upasana as Vichara. Omkara Vichara leads oneself to know the Swarupa of Brahma, which is myself. Therefore, Omkara becomes the connecting factor for Jivatma and Paramatma. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. That Aikyam is already Siddha Vishaya. So Omkara reveals that Aikyam. It's a means of revealing the Siddha Vishaya, that Aikya Vishaya, Jivatma, Jiva Paramatma Aikyam. If it is so, then what keeps Jivatma away from Paramatma? It is Ajnanam. Ajnanam, and therefore Ajnana, Karana, all other the conclusions. Ajnana born conclusions. So therefore, what does Omkara do? Omkara removes Ajnanam, and therefore all its products, results. Then the Jivatma sees himself to be one with Paramatma all the time. It is never separated from Paramatma. It is always one. It is Siddha Vishaya. The separation, the isolation, the alienation is only a notion. So, Ajnanam is only a notion. It is not a real. If it is a real, then it cannot be. Then, if it is real, then it cannot be joined. Jivatma cannot become one with Paramatma if it is real. Because it is notional, Ajnanam is notional, that a wrong perception, the opposite perception is only notional. Therefore, it can be removed by Jnanam, for which Omkara is the sadhanam. Omkara is the object of inquiry. Pranavena hi, because of Pranava, Abhyasya manena is because of the repeated inquiry of the Pranava. Abhyasya manena, what is a dhatu? If you see the word, it is Tritiya Vibhakti. Abhyasamanena pranavena. Abhyasamanena, the word qualifies pranavena. Abhyasamanena pranavena. With the pranava, which is repeatedly inquired upon, that is a sadhana. That's why it's sadhanena. What is abhyasamanena? What is dhatu? As dhatu. As is the dhatu. As abhipurvaka as dhatoho abhyasya. Yat pratyaya, kritya pratyaya, abhyasya. Then it is Shanach is added. Therefore, Mukkagama abhyasya manena iti. Pranava, which is repeatedly inquired upon, abhyasya manena. Then samskriyamanaha. What samskriyamanaha is jivatma, the antakaranam. Antakaranam, which is samskriyamanaha. Manaha, samskriyamanaha, antakaranam, manaha. The manas, the mind which is refined. Here also, krudatu, sampurvaka krudatu, then yat pratyaya, then mana, samskriyamanaha. Samskriyamanaha. Abhipurvaka asdhatu. It is abhipurvaka asdhatu. Then this yak pratyaya, sorry, I said yat by mistake. It is yak. Yeah. It is karmani. Therefore, abhyasyamanena yak pratyaya. Similarly, samskriyamanaha yak. Yak, then therefore Shanach is added after that, because it is karmani. Sampurvaka krudatu, then yak pratyaya, then Shanach. When you add Shanach, of course, Mukkagama will come. So it is yak pratyaya, not yat. Okay. Like kriyate, kriyamanaha. Asyati is the fourth gana. Then becomes asyamana. Asyamana is karmani Shanach. Therefore, yak pratyaya, not this. Okay. Abhyasyamanena pranavena samskriyamanaha. Okay. The word krudatu, kriya, the word kriya padam, that is derived from krudatu. Krudatu. Akratari cha karake sanyayam bhave cha, by that truth will take sha pratyaya. Therefore, krudatu will become kriya, and strilinge on top pratyaya will be added, becomes kriya. From that only you have all kriya padam, etc. So that is krudatu. Here it is krudatu, sampurvaka krudatoho Karmani Rupam. Yak, then Shanach. Okay, it is Yak. So Pranav Abhyasyamana Pranavena Samskriyamanaha. You have to inquire, you have to see the word, each word into what it is. Bhashikara uses, therefore you have to see what is the Utpatti, how it comes, what does it mean. Then only the translation can be given, otherwise difficult. We understood what it is. Abhyasamanena pranavena is the mind, the pranava which is repeatedly inquired upon by the mind which is samskriyamanaha, the mind which is refined, the jivatma. Tadalambanaha, the word tadalambanaha is jivatma. Tadalambanaha samskriyamanaha. Tadalambanaha is referring to jivatma. Jivatma tat alambanaha. Kim tat? Omkara. Omkara alambanaha jivatma. Jivatma who has the support. Alambana is support. Etadalambanam sreshtam. Etadalambanam param. Where we have seen Kathopanishad. So Omkara is the alambanam for whom that jivatma apratibandhena akshare avatishtati. Apratibandhena, without any obstacle, no distraction, no vikshepa. Apramattena, apratibandhena. Obstacle could be external obstacles is one thing. Adi devika, adi bhautika. That is different. With regard to knowing oneself, what could be the obstacle? Adhyatmika. Therefore, what is that? Lack of sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Which has everything nitya nitya viveka, vairagya, samadhi shatka sampatti, mumukshutvam, that commitment. Therefore, apratibandhena akshare, that is a lakshya, the goal, which is akshara, the Brahma, which is akshara, naksharati iti aksharam, apratibandhena avatishtate, he abides. Therefore, Omkara becomes the pravesha karanam for the jivatma, which is samskriyamanaha, and by the repeated inquiry of the pranava. What is the repeated inquiry? How it is repeated inquiry is done? It's a repeated inquiry. Abhyasamanena means abhyasa, the practice. Because of the practice of the pranava. What is the abhyasa? Abhyasa is, we saw in the last class, it is of two types. Abhyasaha dvedha. Omkara alambanena tadaveshita brahma bhava chintanena kalantare lokantare muktya sadhanatam tadbhavana rupaha. One Tikakara says, Omkara alambanena, taking the support of the Omkara, tadaveshita brahma bhava chintanena, tadaveshita brahma bhava chintanam, thinking of the Brahma, the Vastu, kalantare lokantare, in time or in lokantare, in going to other loka, muktya sadhanatam tadbhavana rupaha, that is krama mukti. Doing upasana of the Omkara, that person gets moksha, where kalantare lokantare, lokantare anya loka is Brahma loka. This is one abhyasa, that is pranava upasana. Then second abhyasa, the practice, that is Omkara vachya vastu vimarshana samarthyartam tanmatrakya vimarshanam cha iti. That is important. Omkara vachya vastu vimarshana samarthyam, inquiry into what the Omkara reveals. By that is the abhyasa. What is that? That is called vichara. Omkara vichara. It means Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam. That is what here Abhyasya Manena Pranavena Abhyasya Omkara Abhyasya Manena Pranavabhyasya Manena Pranavena Abhyasya Manena. That is repeated inquiry of the Omkara. So that is Shravana Manana Nididhyasanam Ityartaha. And samskriyamanaha, the jiva, because which has become free from the impurities. What impurity? Here, when I take Omkara to be the inquiry, vichara, which involves Shavana Manana Nidhyasana, then Samskriyamanaha can mean the mind, it is free from avidya. It is free from ajnana. Ajnana, samshaya, and viparyaya. That is the ultimate or for the impurity. When we say karma yoga, that preparation stage, the impurity is raga dvesha. There are impurities at different levels. First, we have to handle the raga dvesha impurity at the level of karma yoga. Impurity, the malam. Then after that, the next malam is ajnanam. Ajnanam is the biggest malam that you cannot handle with karma yoga. With karma yoga, what malam you can handle is raga dvesha. Upasana, with that you can handle the vikshepa. That is also a malam. So raga dvesha malam, vikshepa malam, then finally ajnana malam. Ajnanam, which is a malam, the impurity. How can you handle that? That removal of ajnanam alone is moksha. That can be handled only by vichara, shravana manana nidhyasanam. Shravanam is repeatedly, Shravanam is exposure to the Shastram. Then Mananam is for removing the Samshaya. Shravanam is for knowing. Then Mananam is for removing the Samshaya. Nididhyasanam is for removing the Viparyaya, Viparita Jnanam, for removing the habitual error. So therefore, here Samskriyamanaha, when we say, Jiva which has become free from the impurity. That is, Vicharena, Jivaha has become free from the Ajnanam. Because it has become free from Ajnanam, therefore, Putra avatishtate. Lakshye, Akshare, Brahmani, Apratibandena avatishtate. In the Lakshya, in the Brahma, without any obstacle, the Jivatma avatishtate, remains, abides. That is called Sita Pragnitvam. The Siddha Prajna, the man of knowledge, abides in oneself because there is no ajnanam. Samskriyamanaha, Shravana Manana Nidhyasena, Samskriyamanaha, the one who has become free from the ajnana malam, Samskriyamanaha. Tadalambanaha referring to Jivatma avatishtate. How you say Tadalambanaha, Jivatma? Tat referring to Omkara. Alambana is a support. So, tat, that is saha, it is samasa. Saha, omkaraha, pranavaha, alambanam, support. Yasya, saha, who is that? Jivaha, therefore tadalambanaha. Alambanam, the word is napumsakalinga. Ya tadalambanaha, it's in pullinga. Therefore, it is what? It is bahuliki samasa, therefore it refers to jiva. Tat, that is Tata plus alambanaha, tadalambanaha. What is tata? Saha. Tata is a pratipadikam. Saha is pratama vibhakti. Therefore, saha alambanaha, yasya saha jivaha. Therefore, tadalambanaha jivaha. Jivaha pratibandena tishtade ityartaha. So therefore, tadalambana referring to jiva. Saha omkaraha pranavaha alambanam. Saha omkaraha pranavaha alambanam. Yasya saha jivaha tadalambanaha iti. Alambanam is neutral gender, napumsakalinga. So if it is tadalambanam, then not jivatma. Tadalambanaha is that. So tadalambanaha is jivatma. Jivatma, that is one, or that which has taken the support, alambanam, of that referring to Omkara, that is the topic here, Omkara, that is Pranavaha. Therefore Jivatma avatishtate. And also in the Vakyam, if you see, Tadalambana is Pratama Vibhakti. Avatishtate kriyapadam. Kaha avatishtate? Tadalambana avatishtate. Tadalambana is jivatma. Katam avatishtate? Apratibandena avatishtate. Kasmin akshare brahmani. And the jivatma is qualified by samskriyamanaha jivatma. Samskriyamanaha jivaha tadalambanaha jivaha apratibandena akshare avatishtate. Oh, pranavena abhyasamanena, because of the repeated inquiry into the pranava, that is vichara. Omkara vicharena samskriyamanaha jivaha tadalambanaha jivaha apratibandena akshare brahmani avatishtate. He remains, abides in Brahma, that is Nishta. Brahmanishta. Brahmanishta bhavati ityartaha. By taking resort to Omkara, that is sadhanam. Yatha danusha
यथा
aste ishuhu lakshye.
आस्ते
आस्ते लक्ष्ये
Yatha danushu, yatha danusha aste ishur lakshye. I think yatha danusha aste is not aste. Yatha danushastaha ishuhu lakshye, it must be. That there's a typo here. Or you can take yatha danusha aste ishuhu lakshye. Anyway, there is a pata beda is there. Yatha danushastaha ishuhu lakshye. See, there is another reading. No, that is Danush. The word is Danusha Aste is there. Danusha Aste is in the book. It is given Danushasta. Yata Danushasta Ishur Lakshye. Danushasta Ishur Lakshye. So Danushasta. Then Ta is there. Therefore, either it can be Danushastaha Visarga, that could have become Lopa by Sandhi, or Danushaste. Then Ayadi Sandhi, then Yakara will become Lopa, therefore Danushasta. So in the book, since it is given Danushasta, you can take it as Danusha Astaha or Danusha Aste. In both meaning, I think it is possible. Therefore, it's not a mistake. So, because of Sandhi, gives two meanings. Okay, let me explain that. I'm not typing, you have to follow this little. Sandhi is here. Yata Danushasta Ishuhu Lakshye. That is the with the Sandhi. Yatha, one word. Danushasta, take it as the word with the Sandhi, two words with the Sandhi. Danushasta Ishur Lakshye, another word. So Danushasta, there is that can be split. Danusha plus Astaha, you can say. Danushastaha Lakshye. Danushastaha Ishur Lakshye. Danushastaha Astaha, that Visarga will go away because followed by E. So therefore, go Apurvasya Yoshi, that will go away. So Danushasta. Danushaste, if you take Danusha plus Aste, you do Savarna Dirgha Sandhi, Danushaste, then Ayadi Sandhi, then Yakara become Lopaha. That is also possible. So whether it is, therefore the point is Danusha Aste or Danusha Astaha. Astaha means Asdatu, that which is thrown. So anything can be taken, no problem. So Yatha Danusha Astaha, if you take Danushastaha, Danushasta Ishur Lakshye. If you take Astaha, Astaha it is thrown, that is released by the arrow. Yatha Danusha Astaha Ishuhu Lakshye. That is the arrow which is released by the bow. Lakshye avatishtate tata tadalambanah jivaha akshare avatishtate iti. Yata danusha astaha ishuhu. Danusha astaha ishuhu. Ishuhu, that is arrow which is released by the dhanuhu. Lakshye avatishtate tata tadalambanaha jivaha apradibandena akshare avatishtate. This is one. Taking asta, astaha, asdatukta pratyaya. If you take Danusha Aste Ishuhu, Aste if you take, Ishugu aste, asdat. As means to sit, to dwell. Ishugu lakshye aste. That also can be taken, no problem. So either you can take asta or you can take aste. That is the beauty of Sanskritam. Ishugu lakshye aste. Arrow aste remains, dwells in the lakshya. That is the target. How? By what? Danusha. Yata danusha yishuhu lakshye aste tada tada tata tadalambana jivaha apratibandena akshare aste avatishtate ityartha. Therefore, that also can be taken. So aste or astaha, both are okay, no problem. Dhanushaastaha, if you take the Vashyam original print, the Sandhi it is given. Dhanushasta Ishur Lakshe. Dhanushasta, Dhanusha plus Astaha or Dhanusha plus Aste. If it is Astaha, the Visarga goes away because followed by Ishuhu E. If it is Aste, then Ayadi Sandhi, Yakara will come, Yakara will go away Dhanushasta. So the word is Dhanushasta. That can be split into Dhanusha plus Aste or Dhanusha plus Astaha. Both meaning can be taken, no problem. If you take Dhanusha, Astaha means that which is thrown by the Dhanu, released by Dhanu. What is that issue? If you take Dhanusha, Aste means the issue which is dwells, seats onward in the Lakshya because of Dhanu. Therefore, in both ways, the meaning is same only. Therefore, no problem. You can take it's all because of the Sandhi. Because of Sandhi, both you can take Aste or Astaha. The meaning doesn't change. In this case, the meaning doesn't change. And sometimes when Sandhi is wrongly or not wrongly, when there's a possibility of splitting Sandhi into two, then it may give other meaning. But here, the meaning is same only. Ita Dhanusha Aste Ishuhu Lakshye. Ataha
अतः
Pranavaha Dhanuhu Iva Dhanuhu.
प्रणवः धनुः इव
Pranavah
धनुः
Dhanuhu Iva Dhanuhu.
Therefore, Pranava is Dhanuhu Iva Dhanuhu is compared to Dhanuhu. The reason already given. Yata Dhanusha Aste Ishugu Lakshya Avatishtate Tada Tada Alambana Onkara Alambana Jivaha Api Akshare Brahmani Avatishtate. Ataha Pranava Dhanuhu Iva Dhanuhu. Therefore, Pranava can be comparable, can be compared to. Pranava is comparable to Dhanuhu, can be compared to Dhanu. Okay. You understand the previous sentence, Sandhi?
Yes, dear.
Yes, sir.
Don't understand, you write it and see for yourself. Otherwise, Sanskrit class, you ask me, I'll tell you what it is. Otherwise, this class will become a Sanskrit class. Okay? Maybe I have told you what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Both, if you teach the original, you will understand how it is split. Can be split in both ways. It's a nice, beautiful one. I am also observing first time here that I thought it is a Dhanushasta, Astaha, but Aste, when I read this, then okay, then that is also possible. So Asdata also it is there, that you know, Aste, Asate, Asate. Asdat. Dvitiya, that's Sadadikana Dhatu. Asdatu anyway, that is there in the Divadikana. As to throw. Okay, we'll stop here. Sharaha Atma, that we'll see. We'll continue in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. This Bhashyam reading, appreciating all requires Sukshma Buddhi. That's we are reading means, of course, we enjoy that. So for all the grace of the Lord. Without the grace of Bhagavan, one cannot study Upanishad and that too Bhashyam, etc. It is I struggled and then got an opportunity to learn. So therefore, I know the value of this very well, very much I know. You know, before this, as on my own, I was used to refer to Gambhirananji book. The 8 Upanishads is there, volume 1, volume 2. Have you seen that? Published
Yes.
by Advaita Ashrama. I was there in Advaita Ashrama. In fact, I have tracked and sent the books to many people. So that I used to refer is in English, but it's difficult. We cannot enjoy the Upanishad, the Bhashyam with just English translation. You should know Sanskritam. Without Sanskritam, it's complete handicap. And the beauty is when you see the word, then the words, the Arthaspuranam, when it happens, you see it. When you chant the mantra, that itself becomes nididhyasana because you know the meaning. Just chanting the mantra and you revel in the meaning of the mantra. Nididhyasana. Any type of this jhana, this bringing the tattva into the mind is nididhyasana. Either you chant or just read or think about that. Always keep in touch with what the Shastram says. That is nididhyasana. Okay. Dhanyavad. Stop.
धन्यवाद
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದः ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ